the principles of human understanding, it's the brain science and psychology behind communication, behind leadership, behind collaboration. Every organization, if I would have polled you, is communication a top 3 issue in your organization? Yes, every organization, public, private, it's the same thing. And so we've learned these ideals and principles in human psychology of why we fail to communicate. So we're going to go through some of them today. But the first one is the illusion of certainty. The illusion of certainty, what that means is that our brains like to project certainty even when there is none. Even when there is none. And we're all responsible for things in HR, right? And people come to us and they ask us questions. Well, what do we do? Answer the question, right? Now, sometimes our brain will project certainty even when there is none. Happens all the time. Think about this. You ask someone, when are you going to turn that report into me? And they miss their own self-imposed deadline. That's the illusion of certainty at work. All right? All right, so what is the most valuable company in the world? They're worth over $1 trillion. Don't say it out loud. This is 5th grade economic stuff. Don't say it out loud. All right. A scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you that you have the right answer? Is anyone 5 or below in confidence? Okay, a couple hands. I love the unconfident hands, like, kinda. 6 in confidence. 7 in confidence. 8 in confidence. 9 in confidence. 10 in confidence. All right, did you say Apple? Yeah, congratulations, you were correct. Now, if I showed you the Apple logo, would you recognize it without looking at your phone or anything like that? Yeah? Anyone 5 or below in confidence? 6 in confidence, 7, 8, 9, 10. A lot of hands. You have to raise your hand for one of them. It's a scale of 1 to 10. Which one is it? What you're experiencing now is the illusion of certainty fading away. Yeah, I know the Apple logo. It's one of them. Now, here's the thing. We're going to have some people starting to cheat and look at their phones and still get it wrong. If you said anything other than number 9, you are incorrect. And here's the thing. Most adults can't identify the Apple logo when given similar options. It's this thing we think we know. We see it 100 times a day. If we don't have one, we see someone on the phone and every Apple case has a cutout for that logo, right? We see it all the time. So, if you come to a session like this and you say, I know what he's going to say. I go to these sessions all the time. I know what to expect. Maybe that's the illusion of certainty. If you come into a session like this and you say, I know, maybe you don't. Maybe you don't. And so what I wanted to teach you is that development happens in the space of things we don't yet know, not in things we already know. Now, the second principle I want to talk to you about is the power of distinction. Distinction is very important. So if I were to ask you, what color is the sky, what would you say? Blue, right? It's a standard answer. Well, there's a researcher, and he asked his daughter what color is the sky when she was 8 years old. Now, here's the thing. He never taught her the sky is blue. He never said the sky is blue. Taught her all the colors, but never said the sky is blue. And so when she was 8 years old, he asked her that question, and she looked up, and she's like, I don't know, clear? She didn't see blue sky like we see blue sky. She saw clear. He's like, that's strange. So he started digging into the research, and he went to Homer's The Odyssey, this book we all had to read in, 8th grade now? We're at 8th grade level? Never once in that book is there a mention of the color blue. Not once. There's descriptions of people, of places, colors, yellows, greens, red, never blue. In fact, there's a passage that says, the sea was deep wine. Now, this is the last day of a conference. You should know what color deep wine is, right? It's not blue. It's not blue. So he started digging more. He looked at ancient Chinese texts. No blue. Ancient Aztec texts, which is very hard to say. No blue. And so the conclusion was maybe ancient humans couldn't see blue, which is a terrible conclusion. So he actually went to Namibia and he met the Himba tribe. Now, these are a nomadic tribe. Absent our language, absent our society, genetically the same as us. They are modern humans. And he started to map their language, show them a thing, get their word for it, share our word for it, right, and start to make this language map. And when he got to the colors, he showed them this color, and they said, that's buru. And then showed them this color, and said, that's dambu. And showed them this color, and said, that's zuzu. And then he showed them this color, and they said, yeah, buru. You already showed us that one. They don't have a word for the color blue. So that's very curious. And so he sat them down in front of a computer, which kind of freaked him out a little bit. Right? And he said, point out the one square that's different. Now, my bachelor's degree from Arizona State is actually in graphic design. So I actually took this image in Photoshop and extracted the color values so I can get the exact representation, so you can see the exact test they took. And he said, point out the one square that's different. And they couldn't do it. They said, they're all the same. Now, if there's any himba in the room, it's actually this one. All right? Now, here's the thing. Remember, they have 3 different colors for 3 different shades of green. And so he said, okay, point out the one square that's different in this one. And they got it right every single time. Now, if you can't get it right because you're an English speaker, you're experiencing what they experienced with blue. Now, in fact, this one is different. And if I bring them all together, you can slightly see the outline of that one square because it is, in fact, different. They could see it every time because they had distinction around it. The lesson here is without distinction, we don't even know what we're missing. Now, let's apply that. Let's apply that. This is going to be another personal story. So one of my jobs at home is I take out the trash. Here, I'll put it back up. I saw you got really nervous. I love the applause for I take out the trash. All right, so one of my jobs is to take out the trash. In North Phoenix, where I live, on Thursday, the trash truck comes. And it's my job to get the trash from around the house into the dumpster and get the dumpster out to the curb before the trash truck comes. I'm supposed to do it Wednesday night, but usually Thursday morning I'm running around. And so one weekend, or one Thursday afternoon, my wife comes up to me and says, Eric, you know that downstairs bathroom trash? You didn't put away when you're done with it. I'm like, okay, I'm probably running around. Maybe I left it in the middle of the floor. I got it. Right? I'm a good husband. I can listen to my wife. So the next Thursday comes around, and I'm doing the trash, and all of a sudden, oh! And I hear my wife's voice in my head. Downstairs bathroom trash. Put it away. So, I've got this downstairs bathroom trash, and boom, I put it right there between the toilet and the sink, right where it goes. So proud of myself, chest puffed out. I'm a good man, right? Well, she comes to me that afternoon and says, Eric, you know the downstairs bathroom trash? You didn't put it away again. I was like, no, I know I did. Let's go look. She said, yeah, let's go look. And so we walk into the bathroom, and I say, see? And she says, see? And then she gave me a distinction. She said, did you realize that I bought this trash can, which is perfectly sized to fit between the toilet and the sink like this? And you keep putting it in like this? And when you do that, the kids kick it and knock it over, spilling out the contents, and I have to pick it up every time. Oh, I couldn't even see it. I had no idea that orientation mattered at all. Get it in the right space. I'm done. Right? Now, usually 2 reactions to this. People are like, your wife needs to lighten up. To which I say, don't talk about my wife. And usually a lot of people are like, you go, girl. Right? Now, here's the thing. Now that I have that distinction, I know to put the trash can in like this. Maybe sometimes I got it in there that way. Sometimes I didn't, but I didn't know. And the thing is, without distinction, people make common sense errors. And it's not their fault. To her, I was making a common sense error. It's only common sense if you have that distinction. So when you see people making common sense errors, what you need to see is that you have some distinction that they don't, and it's incumbent on you to help them learn that.